Hello everybody, how are you? It's been 7 weeks, 6 of which I spent working on the Ramform Titan, and then 1 week on holiday in Malta with Rachel, which is what I'm going to be talking about today. If you're wondering where Malta is, there it is there, just south of Sicily in the Mediterranean. Malta is one of the most hotly contested islands in military history, with several conquerors including the Knights of St. John, the Ottomans, the French and the British. That is Fort Lascaris, where the British used as their headquarters. It was also the headquarters for the planned invasion of Sicily during World War II, known as Operation Husky. Now, if we consult this highly accurate and scientific map of Malta, right there is the town of Bugiba, which is where we stayed, in a pretty crappy hotel to be honest, but it was a nice place, lots of atmosphere, good food and lots going on. It was great. Now obviously Rachel took more photos than me because a woman, but I did see some things that interested me, like this wreck. And this is a ship called Hephaestus, which apparently ran aground in a force 6 or 7 storm, I'm quoting. That's not a storm. I've been caught in force 11 storms twice. Once on this piece of this Russian scientific survey vessel called the Academic Shatsky. Now, the worst thing that happened to me personally when we were stuck in force 11 on that thing was the terrible quality of furnishings in my cabin all just simply fell apart. The next time I was stuck in a Force 11 storm was on this beast, the Ramform Challenger. Now, the worst thing that happened to me on that particular vessel during the storm was my television in my cabin leapt over its safety barrier and smashed on the floor. I also got flung sideways and slightly hurt myself against the toilet. But, you know, everything was fine as long as you do it properly by nosing in towards the storm. Now, how this thing, look at the damage on it, ran aground in a Force 6 or 7, I have no idea. There was a bit of rope around the prop, possibly that had to do with it, but the only way you could do would be stuck beam on. I don't know. After the boat, we went to the local aquarium where I saw one of these clown triggerfish, which I think is the coolest looking fish ever. It looks like someone's airbrushed it. I think I'd get a body shell from a tunica in that colours. And then after that, we went to the classic car museum where that Bugatti was outside. Oh, so good. So good. Whew. But wait till you see what awaited us inside. And it just kept going. And then and there was even more. Day 2, which was the Saturday, took us to Valletta the Capital, which was one of the most beautiful, historic and amazing places I've ever been in my life. And one of the places we visited there was Fort Lascaris, like you saw earlier, to see this. Oh yeah, that fires twice a day, one at midday, one at 4 in the afternoon, very much like the 1 o'clock gun in Edinburgh, although actually I've never seen that, which is a bit embarrassing. Sunday, day 3, we went to a very traditional little place called Medina, which is a walled town, forted town. Stunning little place, very quiet, nothing really happening there. And there was a brilliant museum built into the walls itself. On Monday, we got a boat from Bugiba to the Crystal Lagoon and the Blue Lagoon, and then the island of Gozo, which we spent a few hours there. And swimming in the Crystal Lagoon was absolutely stunning, and I want that boat. But our boat had a slide that could be deployed, that you could slide into the water, and it was awesome just swimming around. There's plenty of fish there you're swimming with. And then we were supposed to see a German minesweeper at the bottom of the ocean, but it was so murky that this is all we could see through the window in the hull. Might as well be a rock. I don't know what's down there. Blue Lagoon was much more touristy than Crystal Lagoon, but still beautiful. You could get a cocktail in a pineapple, which was awesome. And check out the size of my pineapple. I kind of felt it after that one drink there. They were quite, you know, good with the alcohol. And then that was Gozo there. I only got the one photo for there, but it was a very nice day out. Tuesday was a quiet day. We went to a traditional little fishing village called Marshalslock with all the little traditional fishing boats. We walked around to a place called St. Peter's Pool, and then got a little boat back to the village around the peninsula. That was nice. Just a quiet, easy day. Day 5, we went to the Popeye village. Started off great because I saw an Alfa Romeo GTV in mint condition, so that made me happy. And then onto the village itself, which is where the film was recorded with Robin Williams. The place looked great. It looked like a Dr. Seuss book picture or something, with all the buildings and everything deliberately skew-whiff and not quite made correctly, not straight, and a bit of slant on everything. It was really, it had loads of character. It was a brilliant little place. I absolutely loved the Popeye village. And there we are, being Olive Oil and Popeye. Also, shut up. After the Popeye village, I got my feet nibbled by fish. No, really.
Look at them, they're all touching you.
Alright, I'm settling down. That was actually incredibly relaxing. You wouldn't believe it. It was so good. On our final day, we weren't actually getting the plane until the evening. So Rachel wanted to go and see this place called Blue Grotto, which is, you know, famous sort of beauty spot. There it is there, and it's got sort of diving and boat trips and everything, sunbathing. Just a nice place to be. It was supposed to be a really chilled morning before getting the flight home. Unfortunately, it wasn't chilled. It was stressful as hell, because on the way to the airport, the bus broke down, and then we had to go back to where we started and wait for the next one an hour later, which didn't show up. And then we heard that all the buses for the rest of the day on that route were cancelled because European. So we had to get a taxi to the airport, so I was stressed out my nut. But anyway, apart from that, the holiday was great. I really do recommend Malta as a place for holiday if you are looking for a place to go. Another thing they do is they make their own soft drink. That's a Maltese soft drink called Kinney. And don't bother, it's utterly crap. Well, anyway, I hope I haven't bored you too long with my holiday snapshots. Just wanted to talk about what I've been up to, since that's what Mike on the Bike's about. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you soon. Cheers!